there, my name is HW. Thank you so much for watching Tone Junkie TV. Can I show you one of the absolute coolest amps in existence ever? It is maybe the most underrated vintage amp out there. It's from the new Silver collection. I want to talk about the Silver collection today. It's all of the Silvertones that I've acquired and been collecting over the last year or two. And absolutely great. Look, everyone's heard of the 1484. Everyone's heard of the 1482. That's the twin 12 and then the little one that looks like a TV screen, right? A TV set. But have you ever tried the 1483? It's actually a bass amp, but it sounds incredible for guitar. And not just guitar, but baritones. And not just baritones, but basses. It is absolutely one of my favorites from this pack, and boom, here I am right here in on Veteran 1483, and sounds like this with these Lambertone Lambertrons. Check it out. To me, really killer sound. Now, check this out. Jump over to the Twin 12. You might be thinking, HW, okay, it sounds like a great kind of thing. But you got to hear it in comparison to something else. Twin 12, also very cool. Here's channel 1-3. Focused. That Twin 12 is beautiful. That's through some old Jensens. But go back here to the bass amp version, which is the same output rating. It's really interesting. The Veteran, what I'm calling the Veteran, the 1483, and the Twin 12 really complement each other. Twin 12 you can hear, though, it's a guitar amp, because listen to the low end now. It's got that low end like you find almost in a bass amp, but it's because this is like a bass guitar amp. But it's got that low end that just sounds big and full, similar to how you get in like in the Dumble. You get that thick low end out of a steel string singer because it's got the low end like a Ampeg SVT. It sounds killer. Now, let's talk about the Twin 12. Twin 12, you want to play something beautiful? Want to play something clean? Twin 12 to me is one of the great clean amps of all time, and it doesn't always get remembered like that because they were so hard to use. Sears and Roebuck, the department store, goes to Dan Electro and says, can you make us some amps and guitars, student guitars? And they were like, sure. But Sears is like, they were the Walmart of the time. They were like, we're not willing to pay much. It's got to be cheap. This is basically for moms and dads who were coming in here, who were buying bedding, who were buying appliances. They've got to be able to come to this department store, and we want them to buy guitars for their for kids. So this was the flagship model if you wanted the coolest guitar amp out there. And because of that, they made them so cheap. They're all particle board. They don't hold up on the road. The amps themselves are pretty cool. They're point to point. You can repair them. The designs are nice, but they're not roadworthy by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, just not up to, I mean, they're way worse than Gibson's quality of the mid-1960s, which was trying to copy Fender. Fender was the standard. Even brands like Magnatone were making these sort of off-label amps in a cheap way. But these Silvertones, these were by far the cheapest built things out there, and they were sold at Sears. They say Sears Silvertone on it. It became the in-house brand. It just, to me, these cleans are just ridiculously good. They had trem and reverb. So, you know, they made a bass version. That was the Veteran. They made this Twin 12. And then they made smaller versions. I'll get to those. Kind of reminds me of a non-bright switch American kind of thing, but really more in the Supro Silvertone world than anything Fender really put out. The Twin 12 to me is awesome. You can of course get it really going, but it didn't always have the most gain to do that. It didn't really want to break up. I think they tried to voice it to be more high fidelity, but when it breaks up, it is super raspy. Get into some other flavors here. There's this tiny little guy I call the Silver Junior because it looks like this. It's a tiny little silver amp, and it's got kind of a cool tone. A lot of high end, honestly. The most presence that I found in this whole line was in this amp right here. Probably has like very minimal filtering. The speaker is just not, it might even be like a high fidelity like radio speaker that they just put in this thing. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. It doesn't sound like a guitar voice speaker at all. But that's kind of what makes it cool, because it sounds like this. Yeah, I don't even think that's a guitar speaker. These guys. But whatever, that was probably the cheapest amp you could get. I mean, it would probably cost, I mean, you know, if you were like buying it for a little kid, they were trying to get their D chord, you know, right. I mean, so, you know, it fits. Okay, last one we'll talk about. This one is truly cool, and I think it's really cool. If you set it halfway up, it just sounds like an overdrive is on, and then to me, it's like you throw on the tremolo and you get a thing. But here it is. It's this amp right here. It's this like TV front kind of one. There's two versions of this, an earlier and a later version, and they're called the 70. They're called the Sears 1482 and the Roebuck. I just wanted to give them a little variety there. Well, I'm NHW. Thank you for checking out the Silver Collection with me. This is out for Kemper right now, and very soon for Quad Cortex and Helix. That's right, you heard it first. Very soon for Quad Cortex and Helix. Thanks so much for watching Tone Junkie TV. Check these out. There's some free downloads in the emails. If you're not signed up for the emails, I don't know why you're not. I give away free profiles every week. So get on it. HW, out.